What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of picks for the weekend, guys. We have 8 picks in today's video, so there's going to be 5 in college football. There's going to be 3 in the NFL. So hopefully you guys can find some picks that you do like in today's video. I will say, guys, I really like the matchups this week, especially in college football. That's really what I obviously was looking into most of the night. Doing research on was college football, just because that is tomorrow, and I'm going to be spamming entries, but I really like the matchups. I just think there's some really explosive matchups in the Big 12. North Texas we're able to bet on. I'll get into that. And then there's some really defensive matchups too, which can also do well for us. So if you don't know what we do here, guys, we do a lot of correlation. This is what we do on the day-to-day. For example, this is a play that we actually cashed on Thursday Night Football this week. It was Josh Allen over, Khalil Shakir over, paired up with an NHL guy, kind of just like a random pick that I liked. But again, Josh Allen, he threw the ball a ton. Khalil Shakir, he threw the ball a ton. Everything else I pretty much went over on this morning's video. We did actually pick up this play as well, so this is another potential 4-man that we might hit. And again, guys, this is like a 9x, so if this hits, this would pay for so many losses if you want to think about it that way, or just give us 9x our money, right? So whichever way you want to think about it. If you guys don't know, we're extremely profitable on this channel on my VIP because I use that set strategy called correlation, and because these 5x's, these 6x's, these 8x's, these 9x's, they pay for a ton of losses. So you're going to see in my record, I have a ton of losses. The wins always override the losses, right? That is how you need to bet on PrizePicks. You can't bet on PrizePicks thinking that you're going to win every entry. It's actually impossible. And anyone thinking that they can win every single entry, they're in the wrong thing. They're in the wrong business. And if there is anyone out there telling you that, they're lying to you. I'm sorry, they're lying to you. But real quick, guys, I did kind of mention everything's pretty similar. This one was actually Thursday's pick. So this one was Wednesday. This one's Thursday. You'll see on Thursday, we took this thinking the Texans might lose. They ended up winning. So this goes opposite correlation as we would expect. They throw the ball less because they're winning the game. Hopefully that makes sense. But then League of Legends, I did take the unders. And the unders did hit, so this is correlated, right? As I said in that video even, I said the League of Legends is extremely correlated together, so these guys go under together right at 7 kills, and these were pretty much the 3 plays that we had tonight. So overall, not mad about it. I mean, it's only 3 entries, it's not that big of a deal. We have a ton of setups going into the weekend, but this one, super close, right? The correlation hits, and then this one right here, this guy honestly kind of sold us in the first half. He only completed the ball like 7 times or something like that, and one of them was a 70-yard bomb to this guy. And then this was the play of the day in Friday morning's video. Tommy and Deuce just kind of didn't, it was just a little bit too little too late. So it is what it is at the end of the day. You guys will see it was pretty close here. If they had one more drive, they might have done it. And Deuce's longest reception was right on 34. Okay, so it was really close. As you guys will see across the board, we are very set up as well. Okay, and I do go over that in yesterday morning's video. So let's get into the entries, guys. We have, first and foremost, the first pick is going to be on ONYX odds. It's going to be our first NFL play of the day, and then we're going to get into the PrizePicks plays. Okay, so the first pick is Noah Fant under 3.5 receptions. This is for that Patriots and Bengals game, and I am taking the under right here. So I will say one thing about this game is that we don't know if Joe Burrow's playing or not. It seems like he's not. I would be pretty surprised if he does play. But Noah Fant, I'm thinking that he's probably going to go under more likely if Flacco plays. Because the Patriots are probably going to be winning this game a little bit more. So if they are against the Bengals, it's probably going to be a little more competitive of the game. Maybe the Patriots start throwing a bit more, something like that. So that's really the only scary thing here. But at the end of the day, really like this entry. Again, this entry is on ONYX odds. If you don't have ONYX odds, guys, you'll get $115 in free picks on ONYX odds. It is free money. They're handing you a $100 bill, actually a $115 bill. Every time that I sign someone up for ONYX, it's always so funny to see people's reaction. I mean, it's over text, but they're just like, dude, what? Like, why was I not doing this before? You'll see all of the different entries that you guys will get on ONYX odds. This is what you will have in your ONYX account after you sign up with ONYX odds with my code. Really, it's as simple as that. You'll get 1 free month of the VIP. You'll get $115 in free bets, and you'll be able to bet on ONYX and get all of my VIP plays, of course. Last month, guys, so you'll get a month of the VIP. Last month, we went up 100 units, which means if you're a $10, we actually went up like 110 units, but that means if you're a $10 better, you'd be up more than $1,000, and that's only a $10 better. You guys can also sign up for Sleeper. Sleeper is probably the most easiest thing to sign up for if you do not have Sleeper. It is a no-brainer to sign up for Sleeper, and one of the best apps out there. Super streamlined. They have great discounts every day. You get a free $20 entry. You'll get 2 months free of the VIP. No questions asked for signing up for Sleeper. My code is paid. That link will be in the description. You can also text me the word Sleeper up here to my number on the screen, and I will personally text you those instructions, okay? So those are the ways to get into my VIP. I know sometimes my VIP can be expensive if you do look at the VIP, but again, guys, I run a lot of discounts. And if you sign up for an app, or maybe you've already have those apps, you can text me. I can almost guarantee you that I have an app that you do that you can sign up for an app that you do not have yet, that you can get 1 to 2 months free of the VIP. And that is really the best way to get into the VIP, especially if you're a beginner looking to get in for your first month or two, okay? So don't be scared to text me, guys. I'm here. It's actually me responding. Like, a lot of people think it's like a robot, but it's actually me right here responding to you guys. So let's get into today's plays, guys. I'm going to start with the North Texas people, okay? So North Texas, Drew Mestemacher, I think that's how you say his name. Yeah, Mestemacher right here. I'm going to take him over passing yards in this game. So if you haven't watched the North Texas game, guys, I would honestly really recommend it this year. They actually might make the playoffs. So if you're a college football fan and you haven't watched North Texas, then you probably will pretty soon here in the college playoffs. But he's an absolute beast. He throws the ball like 50 times some games. The only thing here is that Rice is a running football team, and I typically don't like overs against running football teams because they tend to slow the game down. But with this team, they're just too explosive. Every time they get the ball, there's like a 70, honestly 80-yard touchdown waiting to happen. And you'll see he's very consistent. He's a 300-yard passer. You'll see this graph. And I don't like these like past 5 graphs because I don't really think they make sense. But you'll see it kind of looks like he's barely hitting his line every time. Like he's barely going over. He's barely going over. No, that's just because the graph is so skewed that this one game right here in the middle, he got 600 yards. Okay, so this is how good this guy is he had 600 yards just a couple of games ago. So I think that's really funny because it looks like, you know, he barely went over right here, right? Because you're used to these like candlesticks going way higher, but a lot of times he is actually going over by quite a lot. It's just this graph is so out of proportion, right? They're using such crazy graphs to track what this guy's doing. So that's going to be the play there. Now the second play is actually going to be Chris Bell. It's going to be Chris Bell or Miller Moss on Louisville. Now both of them right now, you'll actually see all the Louisville guys, and I don't know if this is going to change. I don't know why PrizePicks would ever do this, but you'll see all the Louisville guys are like these red demon, green goblin type things, which I hate to bet on. So what I'm going to actually say to do is I'm going to say to go to the the college football first half. So this is CFB first half. Hopefully you guys can see it. Maybe you guys can't, but it's just CFB first half. That's all it says. And I'm going to go ahead and take Chris Bell in the CFB first half and take him there. Okay. So this is just how many yards he gets in the first half. It's as simple as that. SMU is the second, maybe third worst passing defense in the NFL. College football. I don't know why I keep changing those up, but they're the second or third worst passing defense in all of the league. And Louisville's very good, okay? Louisville's very good. Chris Bell's very good. He's going to be an NFL player one day. And I'm taking him over. That's the second play. So the third play, guys, is actually going to be John Mateer to go under in pretty much every single statistic that he has, okay? I like his under fantasy score. I like his under pass yards. So pass yards, his fantasy score, I like his under, but I really like, and probably my favorite play of the day, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is my favorite play of the day, is his under 38.5 longest completion. Okay, this is my favorite play of the day. I'm going to take him under in this. This is going to be the official play. This is, I will say, a little bit risky because, again, at any point in time, you could throw a random 40-yard pass or something like that, and he, randomly gets 40 yards. So if you want the safer option, I would take his under fantasy score. I think his under fantasy score is the safer option here, but I do think that his his under longest completion is the better play. So either of these guys, this is both of these are money. Both of these are money. They're facing Missouri in this game, and Missouri is a very good pass defense, and they also have a running type offense. So this should be a slow down game, not very much explosive plays. It's going to be a possession based game, and yeah, that's how I think this game's going to go. Okay, so either of those, you can kind of pick your poison there. And then the second to last play in college football is going to be Kyron Drones, and we're going to take him over fantasy score. This guy is a complete run-first quarterback. He's facing Miami, so he's going to be put in situations where he is going to have to make plays. He's going to run the ball. He's going to throw the ball. Miami's defense is like okay. In Miami, they're a high-powered offense, so this should be a kind of high-scoring game. The only thing that I can see here with the fantasy score is if Kyron Drones goes ahead and fumbles the ball or throws a couple picks, that would not be very good, but I can see this guy getting a rushing touchdown, and I can see this guy getting 50 plus rushing yards in this game, which would automatically put him about that 11 to 12 range in fantasy score, which is really good. And the last play in college football, we took it last week, we're going to take it again, is Julian Sason to go under 46.5 longest completion. Okay, I think this longest completion thing, a little tip here, I think this longest completion line, or all of these plays, like a lot of these plays, not all of them, but a lot of them, if you actually like do your research, I think this is one of the most slept on lines ever, taking a lot of these unders. Okay, a lot of these are way too high for some of these guys. Getting almost a 50-yard pass like they have Julian Sason having, I mean, that does not happen very often. It is hard to do that in any level of football. So I'm taking him under. I know he has elite weapons. I know he's a very, very good quarterback, but guys, I'm taking him under in this game. Getting a close to 50-yard pass completion any game in the college football or NFL level is very hard to do, and it's just straight up unlikely to do. If you think about it, you'd have to be in the position where you're like starting on the 30 and then you throw a 70-yard bomb, or you're starting on the 40 or something like that. Like if you're anywhere in the half yard, like midfield or higher on the field, then you can't even throw a 50-yard pass, so it doesn't even make sense, right? So they could score a 40-yard touchdown pass, and it's like a highlight reel, but he still doesn't even get this line hitting. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. And going into the NFL, guys, so these are all the college football plays here. Drew gonna take him over. Chris Bell first half gonna take him over. John Mathieu, I told you guys about his unders. Kyron Drones over fantasy score, and Julian Sason to go under longest completion. Going to put $1 on that just to go ahead and track that for tracking purposes. All right, NFL, very quick ones here. It is going to be first play, Shedeur Sanders over pass yards. This is way too low for an NFL quarterback. I don't care what you think about Shedeur Sanders. I don't care if you think he's trash. I don't care if you think he's really, really good and should have been a first-round draft pick, should have been the first player off the board. This is extremely low for Shedeur Sanders, especially on a team that's probably going to throw the ball quite a lot, and they have weapons. They have Judy, they have Fannin, they have Njoku. They're not the Jets, okay? It's pretty much what I'm trying to say. The Jets have like no weapons, and you'll see, Tyrod Taylor, whoever the Jets quarterback is any week, every single person in the NFL is higher than this line by like 30 yards. All right, JJ McCarthy's been struggling. He's still higher than this by 30 yards, okay? Shedeur Sanders, we saw he went like 4-12, but he looked okay. I mean, he got the ball there. Okay, so I mean, any of these guys who can get the ball to places and let their guys run with the ball, I mean, that deserves 160 yards to me, to be honest. So this is way too low. I'm just going to be quite honest with you. If you want to be safer, and you just hate Shedeur Sanders for some reason, maybe you think he's going to get benched, Harold Fannin just as good. So what I love about this in the NFL is, who do we bet on so much last year? We bet on Shedeur, we bet on Fannin, and we bet on this guy as well. And this is going to be the last pick of the day, guys. It's going to be Cam Ward over 33 pass attempts, all right? So I say this in pretty much every video. It is kind of becoming a core principle of this channel along with correlation, but it goes something like this. If you are winning a football game, you pass the ball less. If you're losing a football game, you pass the ball more. So what do you think Cam Ward is going to be doing? Cam Ward and the Titans around halftime, maybe it's the third quarter, Tennessee versus Seattle. What do you think the game state's going to be? Tennessee is probably going to be losing this game by about 10 to 14 points at least. Okay, we've seen Seattle just absolutely dominate some teams in the first half and score 30 points. Tennessee, not much different. They're probably going to be winning by at least 10, maybe 14, maybe even 20. Cam Ward's going to have to throw the ball over and over and over again. One thing that I love betting on rookie quarterback over pass attempts as well is they'll never get subbed out. They'll never get subbed out late in the game, because I don't think you can name who the Titans backup quarterback is, right? I couldn't do it. I had to look it up last time. It's some random like 30 plus year old veteran quarterback that has had like a couple snaps in his entire life. So Cam Ward, if they're down by 40 points, Cam Ward's going to stay in this game and keep passing the ball. Why? Because he needed reps, guys. He's a first-year quarterback. It's like his 10th game ever or whatever now, and he's going to just keep passing the ball, right? If this were like Jacoby Brissett or some, veteran quarterback, they'd take him out of the game if they're down by 30-plus points. But Cam Ward, no, they're going to keep him in that game. So hopefully you guys understand that. If you're losing a game, just as I said with that Bills-Texans game, guys, that's exactly how we bet on that. We cashed a 6X for it. When you're down a game, you pass the ball. When you're ahead in a game, you do not pass the ball as much, so I think the Titans are going to be down. So pretty simple there. Only 2 picks in the NFL, but hopefully you guys did enjoy those picks. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, sign up for Sleeper, guys. Sign up for ONYX Odds. I failed to mention this, but we are giving away a signed Jordan Addison jersey on Monday, guys. All you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe on this video, and you'll get entered to win that signed jersey. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it here, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.